Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and oh my gosh, if you thought these Kamigawa spoilers couldn't go any further off the deep end, well, buckle up. We've got one with an unset level troll name. We've got one of the worst things I've ever seen back in the game. Let's just jump into this absolute crazy veil here. First up, we got Story Weave. It's 3-cost screen instant. Choose one of the two following modes. Put 2/1/1 counters on target creature you control. Okay. That would, ladies and gentlemen, make it count as modified. Or number 2, put 2 lore counters on target saga you control. The next time one or more enchantment creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, each enters with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. I wonder if they know that flipping a saga doesn't make it... Wait, hold on, let me read one. It does say exile it, then return it to the battlefield. It flickers itself. Okay. I thought it just flipped over, and I was like, that ain't no ETB, chief. Why would you want to, like, skip your entire saga and turn it straight into the creature? The creature is like the, well, I mean, the saga's gone, but you got this piece of crap. Like, none of them are strong. It's not like, oh, I built up to it. Like, 1 or 2 of them, you're like, okay. Like the one that hits for 10 and wins. That pile of crap. But the rest are like, oh, have a 2/4 flyer, woo. But I guess if you put 2 counters on it, but you'd skip the entire rest of the saga. So I don't really get that. Anyway, next up we got the token for Mech Titan. Just thought I'd remind you all that this is a thing. I was just more curious about what it looks like, and well, now we know. And ya boy called it, alright? Jetpacks, baby. Frickin' jetpacks. I said it, they did it. I said, like, ironically, sarcastically, why don't they just add jetpacks? Knowing darn well they're gonna add jetpacks. That guy's got like 3. So next up, we've got You Are Already Dead. Yes, they brought back the stupid titles from like the D&D set for just this card. And since I'm a level 99 meme wizard / historian multi-class, I'm fairly certain that in Japanese this translates to, let me know if this sounds familiar, Omae wa na shindaru, or something like that. So it's a 1-cost black instant common that says, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, draw a card. That's actually not a bad card. I mean, they've printed effects that say, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, like, I don't know, 10 times in the last couple years, and nobody's played a damn one of them. They're barely even, like, draft grade. You basically have to lose a creature and then lose a card on top of it to make it work. It's awful. So, bare minimum they could do is make it cost 1 and have a draw card. I mean, that's just like, fine, somebody play this. I still don't think people are going to put this in constructed. I mean, it's maybe okay for like a token swarm where you also don't have much mana? I don't know. By the way, the flavor text is, so swift and sharp was his blade that the ogre never even felt the cut, which is one of the dumbest old anime, cliche memes ever. Next up, and I believe this is where they start to be approximately 0% in English. I might as well not even put it up on screen, but I don't have anything better to put, so whatever. So this is maybe Essence Capture. It's a 2-cost instant counter target creature spell. Put a 1/1 counter and up to 1 target creature you control. Oh, this is a reprint. So yeah, that translation's probably correct. Next up, it's Ice Poseidon gets raided by the FBI. Just kidding. Well, I mean, I'm not. That happened, but it's actually Inventive Iteration. So it starts as a saga and then flips, obviously. So it's 4-cost, and step 1 is return up to 1 target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand, because we don't have enough of that bullshit in the game yet, but at least this is an instant speed with flashback, or fake Lier manufactured flashback. Don't even get me started. So number 2, return an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. If you can't, draw a card. Oh, good. Graveyard recursion mixed in with bouncing my crap back to hand. My 2 favorite things in all of Magic. And then 3, exile it, flip it, and it turns into this, I don't know, origami, whatever the hell it is. It's allegedly Living Inspiration, might be a translation thing there too, you never know. That kind of goes for everything, every card of this, the whole video from now on. And enchantment creature Moonfolk flying. Whenever you cast a spell, your opponents can't cast spells with the same mana value as that spell until your next turn. That's so random, it's almost fun, but I don't like random. I like cold and calculated, but I guess you could cold and calculate it if you're good enough. There's still a lot of luck involved in just what happens to be in your hand, though, so yeah. I mean, it's not render silent. That's nothing else can get cast for the rest of the turn, period, the end, and also it's a counterspell. Next up, oh my god, an English card, Fang of Shigeki. It's a 1-cost 1/1 death touch. Enchantment creature Snake Ninja. I feel like those 4 things might put it into like some commander in modern decks, no joke. Never underestimate the power of a roadblock, aka a 1-cost Death Toucher. And we're back. So this is one of the Invoke cards, the blue one, the one everybody's been worried about. It's of course 4 blue plus 1 sorcery speed, and it says, take another turn and then go f*** yourself. Oh no, the f*** even is this? Oh, Chinese simplified. It's a little rusty. I mistranslated it. It's actually gain control of target artifact or creature, untap it. So I just built a deck around stealing people's crap, and honestly, I think even this is too blue for that deck. And it's like 85% blue. That's how confident I am that this will not be able to be cast in that deck. I actually built 2 versions of it. They're both hilarious. I might stream them because, I could fail to give a crap on my ranking for a week and just reset. But it is trolly and it is powerful. So this on top of it, I don't know, guys. This with Lier, now I really know. I do know. I was going to say I don't know. I do know, and the answer is they shouldn't have done this. Next up, we've got translation, French language. It's Soul Transfer, which has the word translation right in it. It's like they're a meme of themselves at this point. They know everybody hates translating these. They know people make constant mistakes. They know that they mistranslate them on purpose just to troll them. And they're still like, we're so woke that even though we won't hire black people, we're going to keep spoiling cards in multiple other languages to make us look so sophisticated and diverse. As they continue to like add and drop languages just based on level of effort and like if they think the country's worth it, if they're a big enough market for whatever obscure side crap they're making. And if it isn't, they just drop it and put it in English and then sell it in their country anyway. What a bunch of two-faced assholes. That's Wizards for you. Anyway, this is a double black plus 1 3-cost sorcery. Choose one. If you choose both an artifact and an enchantment while casting the spell, if you control both, you may choose both. Exile target creature or planeswalker, and then return target creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. They really want planeswalkers dead in this set for some reason. Well, he looks like he was modified / augmented / I don't know what the hell's going on here, but it's probably Tezzret's doing, or Jin Cataxius. Next up, we got everybody's favorite jellyfish, Jelly Chip, aka Anchor Reality. I'm not kidding. That is a jellyfish artifact creature that magically, stops you from planeswalking or something. We've actually already seen the card, but this is just a sorcery related to it, so it's double blue, quad cost sorcery, and as an additional cost to cast this card, sacrifice an artifact or creature, search your library for an equipment or a vehicle, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. If the mana value of that card is less than the mana value of the permanent sacrificed, scry 2. I think this is a story spotlight card. I think that the flavor text is extremely important, but I can only translate about half because it's French. I'm just pissed that they renamed the Wanderer the Vagabond, because that just sounds stupid. They should have just called her proper name in France, Carmen Sandiego. What the hell? Let's take a crack at it. The Wanderer put something of soul engagement. I actually can't read what the letters say. It's too small res. I think that's when the reality chip anchors over the something imprevisible. What would that be? At Kamigawa. So anyway, I think day 1 they said somehow then she was like emperor or something. I don't know. Kind of wonder how that happens. Some random person on the internet, though they're wearing a hockey jersey, so that just right off the bat means that they speak French, said it's the Wanderer breathed a sigh of relief when the reality chip anchored its unpredictable spark to Kamigawa. Oh, no wonder why. Spanish, which is the one I actually know, says chispas, which is unique and really cool, unlike French. And also, I'm probably wrong because I lied, I speak Spanglish. Next up, we got Prosperous Thief, or as they like to call it in France, Voluce Prospere. And it has ninjutsu too. It's a human et a ninja as well. You get the old blindside swap out. Everybody loves ninjutsu, so glad they brought that crap back. When they easily could have moved on from their ninja ways to something less stupid, there's actually reasons in the story that they could have not done ninjutsu crap anymore. Nope, they had to do it. So the rest of the card says, A chaque fois quoi, mons un... Okay, just kidding. Whenever one or more ninjas or rogues you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. See, wasn't that faster and sounded like I'm not drunk and have a baguette stuffed in my cheek? I'm so respectful of other languages. Next up, Selfless Samurai from the list of art that we've already seen. So it's a 2-cost Fox Samurai, and whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gains lifelink until end of turn. Nice. See, that's a pretty good trade-off right there. And sacrifice Selfless Samurai. Really? It's just that dog again. Choose another target creature you control against indestructible till end of turn. Great. Because that didn't completely ruin the game last time it was here. Next up, what the hell is this? Oh yeah, the Black Shrine. Of course it looks creepy. What was I expecting? Alright, so it's Goshintai of Hidden Cruelty. Oh, the shrines are cruelty. They nailed that one. Although my knowledge of French indicates that this actually translates to don't touch my cachet of croutons. And trust me, French person will cut you if you touch their croutons. In fact, it's actually pronounced cru instead of crouton because the rest of the letters are silent for some reason. Welcome to Learning French with Des. So anyway, it's a 4-cost. I really could fix that keyboard tray, but too busy doing spoiler videos. Okay, it's a legendary enchantment creature, Shrine with Death Touch, 2/2, great. And at the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. If you do, destroy target creature with toughness X or less, where X is the number of shrines you control. So instead of a multi-layered ping away, which was the last Black Shrine, or the last one, I don't remember, one of the two. The other was your opponent discards a number of cards equal to the number of shrines you control every fucking upkeep. What a treat that was to play with. No, this one's just free unlimited kill for no tap, no mana, no consequences. Great, can't wait to see this shit in action. Stupid reliquaries. Next up, Nezumi Blade Blesser. Hey, it's in English. It's a 3-cost 3/2 Rat Samurai, and Nezumi Blade Blesser has Death Touch as long as you control an artifact, and it also has Menace as long as you control an enchantment. Great. Probably not worth it. I haven't seen one of these control one of each thing that actually looks worth it so far, but that usually just means it's for a later spoiler day. By the way, the flavor text is interesting. It's not one or the other, Kami or technology. Both offer power. I will not limit myself. Boom, use everything at your disposal. Guess who's probably going to win whatever war thing, uprising, whatever's going on in the storyline? My guess is the Rat Boys, especially if they assemble all 4 Ninja Turtles. Next up, Takaduma Abandoned Mire. It's the legendary land. It's the, channel 1, taps for black. You know how it works at this point. You can pay 4, discard it, and mill 3 cards and return a creature planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand because there isn't enough graveyard recursion already in standard. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Whatever. Next up, Weaver of Harmony. It's a 2-cost 2/2 enchantment creature, Snake Druid in green, and other enchantment creatures you control get +1/+1 because we needed an open-ended Kamigawa exclusive Lords card that doesn't give a shit what your tribal is. That's exactly what everybody was asking for. Thanks, Wizards. They could at this point literally print Tarmogoyf and people would be like, I already have a flying Tarmogoyf for like 3 on the ground. I'm never going to play that crap. What a bunch of underpowered garbage. I got that souped up Vampire Nighthawk. He turned 6. He's like a fucking flying Death Touch 7/3. What the f*** are you talking about? Tarmogoyf. Oh, by the way, also, if you pay 1 green and tap it, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an enchantment source. You may choose new targets for the copy. Great. So we've also got cloning built in. Awesome. Next up, another mythic. I think we're at about 37 at this point, which seems a little sus. I wouldn't even put it past him to up the number from the typical 15 to 16. Anyway, Spirit Sister's Call. It's a 5-cost black-white enchantment. And at the beginning of your end step, choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with the chosen card. If you do, return the chosen card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it gains if this permanent would leave the battlefield exile instead of putting it elsewhere. So you just do a little switcheroo, which actually, literally, the spell switcheroo is a little more fun than this. So yeah, this is just like basically Birthing Pod over and over and over, and that card's banned. Okay, it's your graveyard instead of your library. Well, welcome to 2022. Your graveyard pretty much is your library. You can thank our Journey to Innistrad for that. So once again, recurring ultra power trigger with no downside, no negative, no cost, no tapping, no loss of life, no mana spent, nothing. You just get it for free, which I guess Wizards hasn't figured out is pretty bad. You'd think they'd have learned from Luminarch Aspirant. Considering they already nerfed it in Arena in Alchemy, which nobody plays, and it still did nothing. So it's your end step, which you in theory can't do anything then, but if it has a massive, crazy ETB, well, okay, but now we're usually talking about stuff outside of standard, but who knows? I mean, Whip of Erebos was worse. You didn't need to sack anything for that. So, I think, wait, let me look that up. Ah, yes. That took 4 mana and tapping to activate. This takes nothing, and that card was bad enough. See, when you just do it for free, it's pretty broken, Wizards. This is going to be awful. I get it. It has to be in your graveyard and it has to share a creature type or card type, whatever. That's even worse. Wait, card type? So just any creature for any creature. Yeah, that's pretty f***ed up. Or any artifact for any artifact or any enchantment for any enchantment. So unlimited removal, recasting of an enchantment a second time, which I've warned before during the spoilers, we really don't need that. That's pretty messed up. Yeah, let's move on from that pile of crap. We got Oni Cult Anvil. It's a 2-cost black-red artifact. Whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and then tap it, sacrifice an artifact. Oni Cult Anvil deals 1 damage to each opponent. You gain 1 life. This is like that Tremor Siege combo or whatever it was back in the day. Okay. It definitely works a little different because the recurring trigger is different, but I don't know. This is just kind of neat, I guess. Outside of standard, there's gotta be a way to loop this, especially with it being an artifact. Next up, Spinning Wheel Kick. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of English cards. Holy cow. Maybe I got through the patch of foreign ones. I don't know. I just remember scrolling and seeing a bunch of stuff I couldn't read. So anyway, it's a green XX sorcery, which we've been actually missing fun stuff like that for a while, so I'm a little excited without even reading it yet. I reserve the right to take that back. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each of, oh god, X target creatures and or planeswalkers. Can we just reprint Whirlwind? People say Whirlwind was an off-color pie mistake. No, you're a mistake. You. Your flyers died, get over it, you pouty bitch. Individual cards directly target flyers in green, but the creatures don't, okay? That's the color pie. So this will just kill anything. This might as well just be a black card. Oh, but does it need a creature? Yeah, but it's not even a true force fight. They've been printing these pseudo-fake force fight crap for, I don't know, at least since the game started going downhill. And there's no consequences for the fight. You can fight a Death Toucher, Lifelinker, something bigger than you, doesn't matter. And when they don't make that mistake, they make the mistake a different way. Blizzard Brawl, where they just make the creature indestructible. Which is pretty much also not a real force fight, is it? So a multi-hit thing, I mean... So for 0, you can fight 0, so that's not going to happen. So it's 4 minimum. A 4-cost fight card. And if you want to take out 2 creatures, it costs 6. So like... Okay, they made it an uncommon, it's not that great, but if we got up to like Hydroid Crisis deck levels of mana, which Wizards has proven they're too stupid to prevent, you could just have 1 creature, 1 little Death Toucher, take out an entire row of things and live. That's a bit OP. Next up, March of Wretched Sorrow. It's a black +X instant rare. Oh, this should be good. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may exile any number of black cards from your hand. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. I think that's part of a cycle, actually. March of Wretched Sorrow deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain X life. That is not worth losing your cards over. I mean, maybe to take out Lulth's stupid ass, because you sure as shit ain't gonna fly over her stupid minions. I wish I would have recorded one of the games today. I had an overwhelming board state, but I couldn't finish him off because I couldn't get to Lulth because she kept looping her stupid frickin' death spiders. I had 5 stolen and cloned Flying Tarmogoyf Vampire and Nighthawks. I'm never gonna remember / learn the name. Get over it. You know damn well what card I'm talking about. Couldn't get past them. Even with Death Touch, she's just like, okay, I'll just bring out more. F*** you. So sure, I'll take a way to kill her stupid ass. I'll get rid of every card in my hand to do it. Maybe I was wrong in the initial assessment. So next up, Light Paws, Emperor's Voice. If I ever get a pet, I'm naming it Light Paws. Or Thor Thunderpaws if he a chonky boy. So it's a 2-cost white 2/2 legendary creature Fox Advisor. He should definitely work at Wizards of the Coast and tell them all the times they're massively screwing up. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card, oh god, with mana cost, or mana value, whatever, same damn thing, less than or equal to that aura, and with a different name than each aura you control. In other words, it's a commander card. I mean, let's just cut the crap. They know who they're selling this to. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light Paws. Okay, so it has to attach to him and he's only a 2/2. Okay. And then shuffle. So that limits it a little bit. I mean, if you wanted to put it on something better, like some big giant flying lifelink hexproof thing, and now you went and got a hand-picked tutored aura out of your 99+1 deck, okay. You're going to be that asshole, apparently, but yeah, if your only option is whatever I went to go get is going on this guy, Okay, I mean, that's somewhat sufficiently limited. Although with Luminarch Aspirant, which I'm never going to stop mentioning even after it cycles out / gets banned, you could have dumped 7 counters on this guy by the time you go get that. And don't forget, cards like Celestial Mantle exist. I would know, it's in my commander deck. Enchant Creature. 6 cost triple white aura. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 whenever it damages a player. You double your life total. And don't forget your free Sun Bond. Every time you cast this for 6, you can go get a Sun Bond and put it on Light Pause, because it costs 5. So then when you gain your 37 life, you get 37 counters on Fox Boy. Fan-tastic. Now in Standard, this is just gonna, like, you don't even care what the aura is or what it does. You probably just run a 1 of, and it costs 1, so that you can drive up your enchantment count. Wizards, I swear to God, they completely blind-spotted this. They forgot to say, oh shit, maybe somebody's gonna really take advantage of just enchantment dumping and card drawing. They don't even care what the enchantments are or do. Half of them in white are removal anyway and exile cards, so okay. And then they're going to bring out this cheap little piece of shit that's like, oh, I get +10/+10 because there's 10 enchantments in play. Haha, f*** you. Which I think there's like 2 or 3 of already. I think they're all in white. Somebody done f***ed up. Oh, and it's going to have double strike because of a paladin class. Don't forget that. And if they kill it, I'm resurrecting it with cleric class. Oh, what a joy this is going to be. Next up, Nezumi Road Captain. Hey, by the way, is Brawl even playable? I'm going to have to play something other than Standard Construct until they fix this shit. And, let's see. Let's weigh it here. Fix Standard or continue to tweak Alchemy and try and shove that down people's throats. I wonder what their priority is after putting half a year of development time into that. Anyway, Nezumi Road Captain, which I guess is a chalk drawing. Okay. Enchantment creature Rat Rogue with Menace. And oh, wait, this is the backside of a card again. I have been bamboozled. I save these in the right order. I sort them chronologically. I don't know why the hell they come up in the wrong order. Anyway, whatever, I'm reading it. Vehicles you control of Menace. Great. So before it flips, it's Okiba Reckoner Raid. It's a 1-cost common enchantment saga. And its first and second mode are, no, they're not modes. I don't know what they are. Chapters? I think that's what they were. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So, okay, I mean, that's kind of nice. Nice, fun little way to start off the game and just kind of piss off your opponent a little bit. And then it flips, and your vehicles have Menace, and it's not very good. Moving on, Mobilizer Mech. Guys, look at that artwork, okay? There's a mech suit in our Swords and Wizards and Magic fucking game, and he is literally jumping over a shark with what appears to be an origami power jetpack. What the f***? He is flying above the ocean with the power of origami magic electricity in a mech suit. Theoretically, there's sharks down there. Motherfuckers jumping the shark. Can't make that shit up. I'd say they're clearly self-aware and kind of having fun with this, but no, they're a bunch of dumbass, out-of-touch weebs and 50-year-olds over at Wizards, and they're about as self-aware as, I don't know, a dog barking at itself in the mirror. I'm sure they think this shit's cool. Oh, we're gonna go get all them there Yu-Gi-Oh players if we put in mechs and magic and dumb fucking robots and shit. They're already used to robo cyber hacker flying mech suit ancient Egypt demon ghost game. Anyway, this piece of shit is a 2-drop blue artifact vehicle, 3/4 flying. Whenever Mobilizer Mech becomes crewed by probably 1 stupid pilot, because crew 3, up to 1 other target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Why would you ever want... Oh, I get it. It's another vehicle. I'm like, why would you... Why? Who cares? What? Here's a little brain teaser for you. If you use that ability to target not a vehicle, would it die? I know what I think, but leave your comment down below. Next up, oh, here it is. All y'all seen the Pegasus? Say yeah, although Wizards should have said nay. Yes, I intended the horse-related pun. F*** you. So this Platinum Angel Jr., little spoiler of the spoiler there, if you haven't read it yet, is blue. God, am I that f***ing If you're new here, I have trouble looking at colors and naming them for some reason. Anyway, this white 3-cost artifact creature equipment Kieran, because why wouldn't they make a Kieran into a robo horse? In fact, I'm going to call robo Kieran Kevin. Anyway, it's flying. It's a 3/2, and it's when it's not equipped, it's also a creature. Wowzers. Reconfigure 5, which means it's 5 to equip and then 5 to dequip, so hello. That's quite a bit. What do you get for the money? Well, equipped creature has flying, and you can't lose the fucking game, and your opponents can't win the fucking game. So you get to have 0 cards in hand, negative 100 life, and sit there staring at them and probably flipping them off. So the problem with this card is that they're not actually accurately representing the rule. If you read the rulings for Platinum Angel, let me just pull it up real quick. Well, first of all, the first ruling is effects that say that the game is a draw, like Divine Intervention, are not affected by effects like this. They still work. Yes, there's a card that says the game ends in a draw. But beside that, you can concede a game while Platinum Angel is on the battlefield. A concession causes you to leave the game, which then causes you to lose the game. You can still lose the game if your Magic Online game clock runs out of time. You can still lose the game if you concede. Direct quote from the rules. If you're penalized with a game loss or a match loss during a sanctioned tournament due to a DCI rules infraction, you will still lose the game. So here's the thing, okay? If your opponent says, get this bullshit off the battlefield or I'm gonna stab the shit out of you, and they pull out a knife, and so you concede the game and leave, probably running, you still lose. So this actually doesn't protect you as much as you think, and it's also better than you think, because when your opponent sees this and they're like, what is this bullshit? Another third fucking Platinum Angel right after they already banned Faceless Haven Exalted? Go f*** yourself. And then you say, oh yeah, you're just a whiny little bitch, and then you punch them in the face because you're a stupid net decking douche playing this shit. Well, then the judge comes over and DQs you anyway, and this can't protect you. You can't be like, no, I can't lose the game, because they'll probably punch you in the face, and then tell all the witnesses, don't talk to the cops, and then, I mean, you know how it goes. I don't need to explain the scenario, dude. It probably happens every other week. So if it doesn't protect you from that, what's the point? Because if you play this and the game doesn't end in violence, I don't even know who your opponent is. What, are you playing against a cat, an AI? Must be on Arena, certainly not within punching range, aka paper. So yeah, not as good of a card as you think. But okay, seriously though, it only works when equipped. It only works if the creature is there. If they blow up the artifact or the creature, you're screwed because the effect ends. If the effect ends while you have like -5 life because it was out there for 3 turns and you've already effectively lost the game, you lose the game, not on the stack, not at the end of turn. It's at the next, I forgot the turn, but like basically instantly. You instantly lose. The next time, it's not statuses are checked. Oh god, I haven't done judging in a while. You don't even have until the stack ends, okay? Now, before this is equipped, when you dropped it in for 3, because you may or may not have 8 mana, it's just sitting there, and it's a creature, so Destroy Creature spell will get rid of this. While it's attached to Destroy Creature spell, will get rid of the creature, and then any artifact destruction spell can get rid of it in either state. But if it comes down to, oh, you're a stupid, toxic, game-ruining shit card that everybody immediately resents the second they see it and hates with a passion, it's kind of hard to play, and some of the time you might be able to get rid of it. You could have gotten rid of it by never printing it in the first place. Like, that's the real way to get rid of it. That's the most effective way to make sure that nobody has to suffer through this shit being in play ever. Now, considering an average mono white competitive tier 1 life gain angel deck, you could just like limit it to 3 CMC and still win the game. I don't see a reason to put a 5-cost equipment that is an insurance policy when you're going to sit there at 50 life half the time is necessary. I don't think people even play this. Doesn't matter, not the point. This could end in obscurity when it cycles out in late 2023 and have nobody ever played it, and it's worth 25 cents, and I still don't give a shit. Because, 1, joke's on you, I could clone the shit out of this now that it's a creature with my cloner deck. And 2, 1B, they forgot to put legendary on it, I should mention that. Not that legendary means shit anymore, don't forget. The Hall of Mirrors or whatever the hell that is. Or Box of Mirrors or Box of Wine, which everybody probably needs at this point in the spoilers. But yeah, 2, I think somebody's going to find some degenerate crap to do with this, because the last time they tried this with Book of Exalted Deeds, people turned a shape-shifting land into an angel, and then whoopsies, you literally can't win the game. Like, no, you can't. Like, do you have a land destruction? You can't win the game. I would say 80% of the people I played that against in Diamond League on up when I played it, because, well, I have no respect for anonymous assholes who spam emotes and time me out when they get mad on Arena. 75% of the people I play against on Arena are assholes. So, oh, boo-hoo, I'm playing a broken, I can't lose thing. I'd say about 80% of the people where I pulled off that combo, they would keep playing / time me out. Sometimes both. One time we kept the game going for like another 40 minutes. Even though it's an actual game rule. Kind of officially, kind of gray area, kind of more like a judging policy. I'd have to check if it's really there, but if your opponent can't win the game and it's going on to an excessive amount of time, and this might only be the rules enforcement level, or REL, of a tournament because it's timed rounds, But basically, if your opponent can't win but they continue playing, that is against the rules, and a judge will give them a warning if they're lucky, if not give them a match loss. Or a round loss, or like kick them out of the tournament. I've heard everything in between. So to keep playing when you know for a fact not one fucking card in your deck can stop what I'm doing, and even when I run out of cards, I'm not going to lose the game, that's actually against the rules. And what do wizards do? Sit on their hands, fix nothing, not even really enforce a hard round timer. I think it's like 2 hours of some bullshit. Even though Magic Online has a timer. Just saying. Oh, they just, waited couple months and then banned it. That's what they did about it. They move at the speed of molasses frozen in a snowbank in the middle of fucking Canada. So yeah, while I don't think this is like the worst thing to happen to Standard ever, just the fact that they would even try this again, when I guess when they designed it, they didn't know about how bad the Exalted Faceless combo was, because if they did, they wouldn't have printed it in the first place. But people hate Platinum Angel. They hate effects that say you can't win the game. They hate it. So to print it again, and then again, almost back to back, that's pretty damn insulting. That is just a big middle finger directly to the community. And they've been doing that a lot lately. And then they're like, hope you like, rocket boosting mech suits. Haha, they're canon now, f*** you. Yeah, look at all through 2021 what happened to every company that openly antagonized their community. See how well they did. Seattle assholes. So next up, we got Spell Pierce. Oh my! Jane Cataxius is going to sit there and protect himself with counterspells. Who would have thought? Remember what I just said about antagonizing the community? Yeah, counter target non-creature spell unless his controller pays 2. Just pay 1 more and play negate or something similar to it. Your opponent has 2 mana. I'll just let you in on a little secret. They have 2 mana. This is going to do nothing. You're an idiot. Next up, Reckoner Bankbuster. What? What did I just read? Okay, so yes, Reckoner Bankbuster. So Buster here is a 2-cost 4/4 vehicle. Reckoner Bankbuster enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. Pay 2, tap it, remove a charge counter from... I'm not going to read it again. Draw a card. Then if there are no more charges on Buster, create a treasure token and a 1/1 colorless pilot creature token with this creature crew's vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. Crew 3. I kind of spaced out in the middle reading that. I'm sure this does something. I don't give a shit. Next up, Samurai. Oh, it's Portuguese. Abençoado pelo seu con la acento sobre la e. I thought that meant samurai, some other bullshit with blue hair. I guess it means Sky Bless Samurai, and I wasn't even close. Look, I barely learned 1.5 languages. I'm not going to go learn the rest, especially the shitty ones. Shout out to my last remaining fan in Brazil that just left the video. Adios, amigo. Bye con Dios. Anyway, this is a 7-cost 4/4 creature enchantment human samurai, even though it's clearly a fish. And this spell costs 1 less to cast for each enchantment you control. That is the entire translation. Clearly that's incorrect. So to everybody shouting out to every guitar-playing douche, play Freebird. Here it is. Well, I guess technically it's a 1 white mana bird. But a 4/4 for 1 is almost a free bird. That's pretty good. Why do I just automatically assume it's 1? Why don't you is the question. And this counts as an enchantment. Great. Can't wait to clone it. So this has been your absolute slog through hell. Can't wait to see the rest of them. Let's see, how far are we through this shit pile? 164 out of 302. Oh, God. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys next spoilers.